Are you struggling with connecting the legs to the pelvis when drawing your figures and characters? Don't worry, we've got your back. In this video, you will learn one simple trick to tackle this often troublesome area. So I invite you to take out your pencil and paper and let's get to work. Whether drawing from imagination or from reference, artists often have trouble figuring out how to connect the legs to the body. So, what's the secret? How do comic book and character artists solve this problem? The answer is Underpants. By learning how to draw the underpants form in perspective, you too will be able to connect the legs to the pelvis in any pose. Here's how it works. Underpants are designed to fit the pelvis area of our bodies. They have 3 openings, one at the top for our body and 2 at the sides for our legs to go through. If we think of the leg openings as sockets, they give us a simple fixed connection point for the thighs. Now, I can imagine some of you thinking, come on Swanley, it can't be that simple, can it? Do artists really use this? We want some proof. Well, let's take a look. Here we have a fantastic Superman drawing by Jorge Jimenez. In this case, of course, he's literally wearing underpants. And as we saw before, they have an opening at the top for his body to go through and 2 at the sides for his legs. It wouldn't surprise me that the reason we have these superheroes wearing underpants on top of their costume is because it made constructing this area of the body easier. Now, if any of you know another reason behind this, please let me know in the comments. I'm very curious now. This is Spider-Man from the Disney Infinity video game that was quite popular a few years ago. If we zoom in around this pelvis area, what do we see? The underpants form. In this design, it's not part of his costume, like is the case with Superman. However, it's clearly part of the structure in this area. Notice this line right here, which is the top of the underpants form. Here we have the closest thigh socket, and we can see a hint for the farther one. If we draw through, meaning treating his body as if it's transparent, we can see how the farther thigh fits into its socket as well. Interesting, isn't it? These are some of my own gesture drawings from photo reference. Just like in the previous examples we looked at, I used the underpants form to connect the legs to the pelvis. I draw an opening for the body and 2 at the sides for the legs to fit into. It's like assembling a puzzle. Here's a whole sheet of Batgirl drawings from imagination. By applying the underpants form, I was able to easily connect the legs to the pelvis in all the drawings, no matter what position the legs needed to be in. As you can see, this is an easy and effective trick that you can start applying to your drawings at this very moment. Let me help you get started. The first step to drawing the underpants form is construction. In other words, how do you build it? Let's start with a flat front view. It's pretty easy, just stay with me. First, draw a 2x1 rectangle and add its center line. The proportions are just a guideline, so don't sweat it. Then draw a line at the upper third of its height. Next, mark the width of the crotch at the bottom. Stay close to the center line, like I'm doing here. Finally, connect the dots. There it is. You created your very own underpants. If you're enjoying the content of this video, please leave a like, share it with your artist friends, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any exciting updates. Now it's time to draw the underpants in 3D. This will require a basic understanding of drawing free and cylinder forms. If you don't know how, don't panic. Watch the video linked in the description below. put it to practice, and then return to this part. What I will do next is take the flat view we just created and make it 3D. I'll start with a cylinder and then I'll carve out the thigh sockets. There we go. We have an opening for the body and the thigh sockets. We would only see the closest edge of the screen right thigh socket, so I raised the back edge a little bit. As a last detail, we can redraw the center line to further clarify where the underpants form is facing in 3D space. Next, I'll show you a series of quick gesture drawings. Pay close attention to how I use the underpants form over and over again to connect the legs to the pelvis. It always works, no matter what crazy position the legs are in. Now pick some references of models with underwear. Do some quick gesture drawings and practice applying what you've learned here. After a while, using this simple trick will become second nature, so keep at it. If you want more in-depth education, please visit drawingforce.com. There you can sign up for mentorships, memberships, courses, and so much more. See you there.